Good morning, Houston. Good morning, Houston. Good morning, Houston. Let's get back at it one more time. Unfortunately, Houston, it was quiet yesterday, so it ain't no real reason to talk about Houston. But let's do this. What we will do this morning is that we're going to talk about the federal government and the blunder, the sloppiness, the stupidity, the it's just so much to say. It's just so much to say. So what we're gonna talk about first is we're gonna talk about Drunken Pete. So when we're talking about hiring DEI hires, we're gonna talk about old Pete, okay? Old Pete is it's not all there. He always drinking and he always fucking up. So when you tell me you leak classified documents, and look here, I don't want to debate if these were classified documents or not. I really don't. I don't want to debate that. I don't want no one to come into the comments. I don't want nobody to respond talking about these were not classified. Okay. Anytime you're gonna drop a bomb on a location, that's classified, good sir. And if it's not, please give it to me so I can read over it. I'm just going to tell you that right now. If it's not classified, if nobody didn't care nothing about what we were trying to get done, please pass it this way, okay? Come on, send it my way. I'll give you the email address, and you can send it on my way so I can look at it myself. Because you can't tell me it ain't classified. You can't tell me that all of a sudden it's a witch hunt, Trump, because that makes no sense. Because if you would have talked about old little sleepy Joe sitting, he sleeps so well, but he do so much. I don't know how you do that, but all of a sudden you become Sleepy Joe, and that's your nickname. So Sleepy Joe ain't never sent out no classified information when he was asleep at the wheel. You so say he was asleep at the wheel. But all of a sudden, classified documents get leaked to a journalist, and the journalist is being blamed for it. For doing your job? You telling me you're gonna blame me for doing my job? I don't work for you. I work for the agency. I work for the publishing department. I don't work for you. Sir, I do not work for the federal government. But who do work for the federal government? That's good old Pete. That's good old Pete. Pete had him a nice old long. It was probably cold. You probably touch it, your hand freeze over. It was so cold. Because he's a drinker. He's a drinker. He's a good old DEI hire because he's a vet, right? Y'all forgot what DEI really stood for? He's a vet, right? So he got one of these good old government jobs where everybody talking about they don't really do nothing right. They don't really do anything right. Remember, I was a government employee. They don't really do anything right, but he turns around. He leaves a network that he was quote unquote doing something that they had just got sued for $1 billion. He left them to go work for a federal government who doesn't do anything, but we're making cuts because they don't do anything. And then all of a sudden, here's a slippage. Where they do that at? When you don't do nothing, but there's a slippage, then all of a sudden there's a witch hunt. Witch hunt normally stands for, per definition, normally stands for something that does not exist. But this actually happened. Like there was actually a text message that all these great people on here, all these wonderful people, there's good people on both sides. Those people, there's good people on both sides. Great old DEI hires. And there's a slippage. I'm just going to tell you. And all this talk about Pete Goldberg. Jeffrey Goldberg. All these things about Jeffrey Goldberg and people talking about, he ain't no patriot. He ain't no patriot. How he ain't no patriot? What's the definition of a patriot now? He's a reporter. And slippage happened. Sloppiness happened. Foolishness happened. Dropping the ball happened. And his job is to report on it. Nothing else, no more, no less. That's his job. That's what he gets paid for. So all of a sudden, you're firing all these people who don't do nothing, and he do his job, and you want that man fired? What the hell are you talking about? Are you foolish? Are you stupid? Is your IQ level a little smaller than most? That makes no sense. But old Pete, you ain't the only one that's sitting there. You've been sipping on one of them Long Islands. Because old Tulsi Gabbard sitting there talking about, well, no classified information was shared. So do you know what the definition is of classified information, ma'am? Because obviously you're not the smartest in the bunch. Maybe DEI has hit you, ma'am, because it seems like DEI really stands for now it's dumb people. So now that, since we're changed definitions, DEI is your dumb ass. Ma'am, please sit down with that one white strip coming down your head. You are stupid. You are dumb. You are slow. Your mental capacity doesn't go to maximum level. That you got up there and told them people that like they didn't know what the hell they was talking about. You the only smartest person in the room, ma'am. You are a national security risk. And yes, ma'am, you should be fired. Good old Pete with the Long Island should be fired. Who else should be fired? You know what? Maybe it's time to get rid of the good old vice president, because he's in the chat also saying that, hey, I don't even think our president is well informed of the situation at hand. Trump, you gonna let your boy talk about you like that? Even Elon Musk don't even have the fortitude to say something like that about you. So who's the real vice president again? We'll wait for it. Is that the one with the kid running all in the White House talking about you ain't the real president? Is that the real vice president? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But what we won't do is that you're not going to play us to be stupid, sir. That's what you're not going to do. You're not going to play us to be stupid. We won't be stupid. We're not going to allow you to think that we're stupid. And we're not going to allow you to think that you're the smartest person in the room. Because obviously that is not true. All of these people on this good old chat, except for Goldberg, everybody else on the chat, IQ level, non-existent. We're still looking for it. That's the real investigation. The real investigation is that where all these people brains went. That's the real investigation. The real investigation is search and find. That's what the FBI director should be investigating, because he ain't gonna investigate nothing. He's just so happy to be in the presence of all these people, because don't nobody know who his name is. Patel. Don't nobody know you, sir. Don't nobody know what you did before this. But you can sit there as the FBI director with this huge title and don't know nothing about nothing, that you're not going to investigate nothing. Because you are ignoramus just like the rest of these people on this good old list. So this is what DEI has become. DEI, if I have just changed the definition right here, right now, today. Morris Broussard has just changed the definition. I want everybody to know it. I want everybody to realize it. More with Morris has just changed the definition of DEI. DEI is everybody that's stupid. That's what DEI stands for. DEI stands for stupid. Pete, with your Long Island, I could just picture you. I wish I knew how to edit video so I could put old Pete head on Stone Cold Steve Austin body, banging them beers back, tossing them up, because that's what Pete does. For a fuck up like this to happen, that our soldiers that he says that he was a part of, he say he served, and these people could have been compromised based on your watch, sir, you should be fired. Now, if Elon Musk want to get rid of some waste, you see where the waste is. You see where the cuts should be made, Elon? Where you been? Because you ain't doing your job now. You damn sure ain't doing it for Tesla, but you ain't doing it here. But remember, Elon, you're such a patriot, right? You love America so much, right? Where's your ass at when it come to cutting these people out? Trump, what happened to your patriotism? You sitting there with all your good old what is those things called? People, put it in the chat for me. Put it in the comments for me. What is those things called? He was trying to grip people on. Oh, these images. He's sitting there as an astronaut, the dumbest. When he was sitting there on the boat like he was George Washington, the dumbest. Sir, either this is a bump. If this is a slippage, the slippage is on you because that's who you hired. So if they're dumb, unfortunately, guess what? That means you are dumb. Your IQ level does not reach maximum capacity. That's what that turns into. And I'm sorry for all of you, but I wish all of you people would be fired. I don't care nothing about your families at this point because you are stupid. You want to fire all these good people that work very hard for the government, that show up every day and show out, helping the good people of America, helping all of their families in their times of need. You want to get rid of FEMA that rebuilds homes, which I used to do, rebuild homes in natural disasters. I used to do that. I used to pick up the phone in 911, save people life. I used to do that. You did not do that, but you would fire those good people to put these idiots in with no fire on the horizon. Makes no sense to me. It just makes no sense. So should they be fired? Is the question at hand today. Go in the comments, put all your comments down. I want to hear all your comments. This was more with Morris. I want to hear all the comments. I want to hear everybody stand up. I said that there was going to be one thing that all Americans could get behind, and this is the one thing we could all get behind when national security is breached. Because remember, we talked so bad about Hillary Clinton. Remember all those good people talking about she should have been fired? Let's fire them now. Let's fire them now. Because Hillary at least had a private server. This was on everybody. Anybody could have got this text message. And you telling me that you missed around there and you typed in the wrong name? Stop it, sir. Stop it. Stop the drinking for first off. We got hotlines for that. We have groups for that. You need to use those services, sir. You need to use those services because drinking is not for you. You need to let that go. Certain things are not for certain people, and drinking is not your forte. It's not something that you need to take a part in. That's not something that you should be joining in. It's not something that you should be celebrating. You cannot drink, sir. It's not for you. If this is the type of administration that we're going to have, and we're not even in 60 days of this administration, this was stupid. This was not smart. This was not intelligent. And you have no comeback for somebody that's so damn dumb that they would put everybody else's family in harm's way for firing them. This was not accountable, and Trump getting on TV saying that it is makes no sense. Pete, you should be fired, and you should have been fired the next day. There's no investigation that need to be had because everybody has already seen this reporting. We've already seen the evidence. This was dumb. Fire him today. Fire all of those people right here, right now, today. Elon, you got a job to do. Get it done. I want everybody to think about this. I'm going to leave you with this thought. Should they all be fired? Who should be fired? Let me know. I'll talk to y'all again tomorrow. Holla at y'all.